What's up, guys? I'm back here. I know I haven't done a video in a very long time, but it's well worth the wait. I picked up a bunch of video games, a bunch of stuff. This video is mostly, no, all of it, actually, about video games. All the video games that I picked up over the past couple of weeks, and there's some retro, some new stuff, some old stuff, and it's a mix of a bunch of stuff that I picked up. So I hope you guys like video games, cause this video is all gonna be about video games right now. First off, I want to start with some of the newer stuff I picked up from Best Buy over the past couple of weeks. Of course, on the PlayStation 4, I picked up this Metal Gear Survive game, and made by Konami. It's rated M for mature, and I've heard negative stuff about this, but I'm a big Metal Gear fan, so I want to check it out for myself. And what it is, it's pretty much there's this, you go around hunting and scavenging for stuff and things, and to craft and build your own mother base. And like I saw the reviews on YouTube and stuff, and a lot of people gave it a negative review and stuff, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna like it, because I kind of like repeating the same stuff over again, and just picking up stuff to build. And to me, it's like kind of addicting. You build your own camp, your own base camp, which that's pretty cool. And you kind of gotta like survive, defend, and build your own base camp. So it sounds pretty fun. I mean, I don't know why people bash it so much. I don't know if you guys have played this. Let me know in the comments down below if it's any good or not. But here I got Metal Gear Survive. At Best Buy, I was going for $29.99, but I did price match it with Amazon price, which was $11. So yeah, I got this game for $11, and it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna play it now, because right now I'm playing Resident Evil Biohazard Part 7. I know that came out a long time ago, but now's when I had the chance to play it, because I was playing God of War, and I was playing a bunch of games before that. So, but definitely, after I'm done with that Resident Evil game, which by the way is super scary, I'm gonna jump into this and see what this is about. They say it's a very long game, like it repeats itself a lot, and it runs like 40-50 hours. And then it's just you keep on trying to build your own base camp. So definitely worth checking out for $11. You can't go wrong with that. I also heard that you have to like buy stuff, or buy things, buy things to make your armory better and all that stuff with actual real money. You don't have to, but it'll be faster if you do so. So it's one of those games that you really have to spend like money, like real life money on it, to purchase certain items and stuff. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I'll definitely give it a worth to check out and see what's up. Then, since soccer's going on, I had this soccer thing going on, this fever, because of the World Cup and stuff, and Best Buy threw this game for a pretty cheap price. I believe I got it for like $22, and it's I played it every now and then when my friends come over. This is FIFA 18 with Ronaldo on the cover, and yeah, what can I say? It's a FIFA game. These FIFA games are really fun. To me, they're basically all the same. I mean, I'm not a huge soccer fan, but I guess it's like every year they improve the graphics, they change the players from team to team, and stuff like that. So they have a couple new features. I'm not too sure what the old features were, but I'm sure it's a pretty good game here. So you get to play as whatever team you want in the entire world. My favorite team is Juventus, because I'm a big Italy fan. So yeah, I played this a bunch, and it's pretty good. The controls on it is really good. The graphics is really nice. Then I picked up this from Sodesco. It's a game called Owlboy. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this or played it, but I've heard some pretty cool stuff about it. So I'm like, why not check it out? Bought it for like $20 at Best Buy. Also price matched with Amazon, which Amazon is like throwing games like super cheap nowadays. But that's good because Best Buy price matches them. So this looks like an old throwback 2D adventure game, and I'm all about that. I really like 2D adventure games, and I'm glad that somehow all these games are getting resurrected. Well, not resurrected because this never came out back in the day, but they're kind of like coming back with these 2D games with awesome graphics. So yeah, so this is called Owlboy. I'm not too sure what this is really about. I've never played it, but it's definitely a 2D platformer here, and I do dig this company, so that's cool. Pretty good company. They come up with really cool games, kind of like smaller independent games and stuff. Then I got a Blast from the Past that is actually, they remade it, and it's supposed to be pretty good. This is from Konami, and this is called Super Bomberman. This is the shiny edition, Super Bomberman R. That's the name of it, and I'm really excited about this. I was a huge fan of the series, especially Bomberman 64 and Mega Bomberman for the Sega Genesis. Was like, I used to play that like all the time. Like my friends would come over and we used to like play that game nonstop. And basically it's like a puzzle, and it's like a over the top kind of thing. So, as you can see here, it's like over the top, and then you go putting bombs, and the goal is to bomb everybody else, and the last one that stands is a winner. There's up to 8 players in battle mode with an online and local play, so that's pretty cool. You can play with a bunch of people, and it's really fun game. Can't wait to play the adventure part of the game. There is a story mode to it, so I'm very excited about it. But what's really good about Bomberman is a versus mode. Like, you play with your friends or you play online, and you just go at it at this huge puzzle that you have to like get stuff and get upgrades and shit, and you just bomb each other up, and the goal is to bomb your opponent. So yeah, man, this is a blast from the past, and I'm glad they're bringing it back. And on the PS4, they have an exclusive Ratchet and Clank character that you can pick from. So that's an extra bonus. I guess that's why they're calling it the Shiny Edition. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, then of course, like I mentioned before, this is the game that I'm currently playing. This is Resident Evil Biohazard. This is part 7, and it's the Gold Edition, which brings a couple of other bands footage, volumes 1 and 2, The End of Zoe, the story expansion, and Not a Hero story expansion with Chris Redfield. So yeah, this is pretty good. Like EGM gave it a 9.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10 from Games Radar. GameSpot called it a remarkable success. And yeah, man, this game is really good. I never thought it was gonna be this scary. It freaked the shit out of me. Like, if you can't play this game alone in the dark, nighttime, super scary. I highly recommend it to anyone that's into survival horror. Of course, made by Capcom. It's just like, it really has nothing to do with the other Resident Evils. It's like a complete brand new take on it, but it's like they just got a whole different type of game, and they just slapped the name Resident Evil on it. I mean, it has some concepts, like, the herb is still there, and the first aid spray and all that stuff. So it has its core there, but it doesn't follow any of the Resident Evil stories or anything. But definitely a really good game, fun as fuck, and scary, super scary. I'm telling you. Another blast from the past onto the PlayStation 4. This game, I bought it. I beat it in a couple of hours. It's a fun game. It's a beat 'em up game. It's called Shaq Fu Legend Reborn. I don't know if you guys ever played the original Shaq Fu for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Those were kind of like bad. Like, the controllers were like, to control Shaq was awful. And I don't know if you remember playing those games, but they weren't that good. But this one was pretty good. I had a decent fun with it. It's just a typical beat 'em up game, very short game. If you're into like beat a game like in a couple of hours. It doesn't have a platinum trophy, so you're not gonna get the platinum trophy on it. But it's definitely a fun beat 'em up game, which you know the PlayStation 4 and you know the current generation is missing beat 'em up 2D scroller games. Anyways, so I highly recommend this for like a blast from the past if you feel like you really want to play a beat 'em up game which has elements from the 80s and 90s, then for sure this is awesome. It has really cool graphics, and the cutscenes and all that stuff super funny. Shaq was hilarious in it, and it was really funny. So I highly recommend Shaq Fu. It's not a great game. It's by far not an excellent game, but it's pretty entertaining for what it is. Just jump into it knowing that it's only gonna be like 2 or 3 hours long. It's a short game. Definitely if you can pick this up for like 15-20 bucks, definitely really good. Then the last one for my PlayStation 4 pickups is none other than Sonic Mania here. Sonic Mania Plus, which this is awesome. This is like it's kind of like a remake of the original Sonic. Sega did a great job with it. They added a couple of new characters. There's 2 new characters in this. So of course you have your Sonic and Knuckles, and you got Tails, but then you got a couple of new ones. And then it also comes with a slipcover, and it comes with this cool reversible artwork which I put on it because I like this all retro Sega Genesis look to it. And yeah, this is pretty damn good. And of course 1 to 4 players, and it also brings a booklet which has a lot of like illustrations on the game and how the game was designed and stuff. It's a pretty cool art book that it's look at that, all the logos that. So yeah, this is a pretty neat package here that Sega made for us. And of course this is the inside. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, so you got to play with 2 new characters, which I'm not sure what their names are. Let me see. You got Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and the 2 new guys. Okay, so one of them is called Ray, which is a flying squirrel. This guy right here, and the other one is called Mighty, which is an armadillo. So you got Mighty and you got Ray. Those are the 2 new characters. They're playable characters in the game. So yeah, I'm really excited over the Sonic Mania Plus, and yeah, I think Sega did an excellent job. It takes you back to what an original Sonic is, a 2D platformer, and it feels that's as original as it's ever gonna get. Then I got a couple of things to unpack here. This bag right here, full of stuff that I ordered online, and here we go. See what I got here? I picked up Mace Dark Age, which was a fighting game back in the day for the Nintendo 64. Can't wait to play this one. This is a awesome fighting game from Midway for the N64. Then I picked up Cruising USA, which I used to have, but I traded it in a long time ago. So I'm happy to get this again. I got this package from an Instagram claim sale. They're called Game Swappers. Really cool company. Awesome. The classic NBA Jam. I didn't have this one. I used to have it back in the day, but I also traded in for some stupid shit. I used to trade in games all the time. So now I get to play NBA Jam again. That's the original one. Then I got this highlight Nintendo game for the original Nintendo game, the NES. Also got one of my favorites here. Let's see here. This is Ninja Gaiden 2. It's fucking badass, bro. The Dark Sword of Chaos for the regular NES. Awesome game. I also picked up Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves for the NES. This company is really cool. They ship pretty fast, and they have a good selection and good prices. Oh, I also got Home Alone 2 for the Super Nintendo. This is another classic game. I picked Daffy Duck, The Marvin Missions. I've never played this one, but I'm willing to check it out. It's for Super Nintendo as well. And last but not least, for Game Swapper, I got X-Men The Mutant Apocalypse game, which I remember this one when I was a kid. I used to play this all the time, but I'm excited to get it now because now I can play it again. What I want is a man cave with all this retro stuff and all this cool thing going on. I also got from OfferUp. I don't know if you guys are familiar with OfferUp, but OfferUp is like a Craigslist type of thing where you buy and trade and sell stuff to people around your neighborhood or around your area. And I picked up 5 Super Nintendo games. Primal Rage, it's a fighting game from 1995, I think, 96. Then I got Pit Fighter, which I know this game is awful, but I still had to get it in my collection. And I got Clay Fighter, which is another fighting game. This is like a fighting clay game. Then I got Spider-Man X-Men: The Arcade Revenge. I don't remember this. I remember this. I remember playing it. I remember renting it. I never owned it. So I really want to revisit this. I have very bad memory and I don't remember too well about this game. And I got Speedy Gonzales, Los Gatos Bandidos. So not sure what this is, but it was included in the sale. Then I also got some complete boxes here. The game's in it, but I don't like to open it too much because I like to keep it in pretty good condition. This is Wolfchild on the Super Nintendo. Pretty good 2D action game. If you see there the screenshots. So yeah, so this is a jam-packed action game. It's pretty addicted, from Virgin Games. And I also got Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 in the box, complete in box. Mortal Kombat 1 looks in pretty good shape, but Mortal Kombat 2 is a little destroyed here on the sides. But whatever, these are 2 of my favorite fighting games of all time. I was obsessed with Mortal Kombat 2. I thought it was the greatest, there's the back. I thought it was the greatest fighting game ever made. And of course, Mortal Kombat 1 was a classic. I was really excited about Mortal Kombat, getting these. But when Mortal Kombat 2 came out back in the day, I was like obsessed with it. I would not pay attention to the teacher in class, and I would draw like Liu Kang, Johnny Cage on paper, and I would draw these. I would always want to come up with my own fighting game, so I would just create a bunch of fighting characters and their own special moves and stuff. But that was way back. Then I got this game called Olympic Summer Games. I'm sure this was a cheap one, and 1 to 8 players, which back then that was a lot. So you had up to 8 players. This is like from the Atlanta 1986 Summer Games here in the United States, the Olympic Games. And I also got complete in box ActRaiser 2, which was a really fun game, a 2D game. This is by Enix. This is before Square Enix got together to merge. But this is a really cool game. If you haven't played it, check it out. And a couple of Sega Genesis games I picked up. Kid Chameleon. 2D action game. You know, it's it's for 2 players, and it has the old classic thing to hold it here, so that's pretty cool. And I also got combat cars, which is the name of it says it all. It's about combat and being in a car. And then finally, I picked up two games from Limited Run, which you guys, if you guys seen my videos before, you guys know I love Limited Run video games, which is physical copies of games that are out on digital. So this is, I'm not too sure what this is. This is called Volume, and I've never heard of these, but this is called Volume, and it also has the virtual reality mode included as well. Definitely had to pick this one up, and I have no idea what this is, but you know. And of course, it's gonna come with the card, the trading card. Limited Run always includes a trading card with the games, and that's the first one. Then the other one, I like it better when they come with a box. I don't like this wrapping that much. The other one I picked up is, not too sure what this is either. Siralim. So it says here, Siralim is a deep RPG with light rogue-like elements that allow you to summon and just customize hundreds of creatures to fight in strategy battles. So it's an RPG that you get, you know, you get your monsters and you prepare them and you train them and then you go off to battle. It's as simple as that. And the graphics are very like 8-bit-ish. So there you go. You see the back. It's kind of like 8-bit type of game. Definitely cool independent game to pick up. It's rated E for everyone, and definitely those are the physical copies of those games, which are also available online as digital copy, which I'm sure is cheaper. And of course, this is a trading card for that Siralim. Sure, I'm saying it wrong, but here. So, and that's about it. Those are my pickups. Those are my video games that I've picked up over the past couple of weeks. A bunch of retro stuff. I want to kind of like build this man cave with an old school couch, an old tube TV, and just slap in the original Nintendo, original Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, probably an Atari, and just, you know, play the old school stuff, you know, because I love the PlayStation 4, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I get that nostalgic feeling that I need to play, like, you know, some of the old stuff. And what better way than getting a man cave with a retro section? Like, have everything, have vinyls, and have like a VCR player with VHSs all over, and that would be an ultimate man cave. You know, man cave, like a normal man cave, but have a corner which has retro stuff with all the Super Nintendo games and all that. That would be awesome. And even board games, that would be pretty cool too. Anyways, until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.